So this is my review on Everything Everywhere All at Once. The story is about an aging Chinese immigrant is swept up in an insane adventure where she alone can save the world by exploring other universes connecting with the lives she could have led. So the reaction to this movie was felt quite ordinary to begin with. It gave a weird impression. At the end, it turned out incredibly and differently exuberant. I thought the story was more nice, relatable for the husband wife dynamic works in this picture. It was a good one. Visually wondrous, filled with good action fighting sequences, great parallel connecting multi-dimensional adventure, featured plenty of good sequential views of burst jump between universes. Despite there were a good amount of bloody and violent and nasty scenes, but every components of the film were expertly done and wonderful. It's a jaw-blowing type of filmmaking with deep narrative around every potentials that could have took beyond each possibilities. It's a strangely, strongly pretty stupendous filmmaking. I like the film introduced a family where they were in state of fractured struggles and trying every way to keep it together. Evelyn, played by Michelle Yeoh, and her daughter Joey were hesitant. They weren't necessarily in good spirit, more at the separating point. I like that crisis and compassionate setup overall on the family. Then Evelyn, who's an ordinary bee. She's lost, and now she's the unlikely woman got swept into this crazy reality, learns and channels the power on a fly to keep the fate of the universe intact. It gains from typical or normal likelihood to accumulate beyond all the probabilities that could have imagined to get. The tricky part of the film was when they explain how the multiverse works. I didn't quite understand the concept and the system at first because I got drawn into the visuals more than dialogues explaining the situation. So you might miss a part or two of the description, but you realize and get how it works as the film goes on from on screen and discussions. For example, when they gain certain power by doing this strange act in order to get it through the other connecting parallel universes, such skill as kung fu, pro chef, on and on and on. It had plenty of skillful actions throughout, mostly at the IRS building with the good, effective fightings and emotions. I like how the screening of the verse jump happened, fast forwarding shot sequences, sort of split or stacked screens. Those are good multi screening method usage. It kind of cracked the glass past the screen between different universes with nice color saturation. I like how the film's screening presented itself. How about the reality when all the people's fingers were like hot dogs? That was very erringly noteworthy but creative and imaginative. The fact that the Russo brothers were part of the production crew as the producers speak volume. How the visuals were stunningly done and potent. Russo brothers, Joe and Anthony Russo, best known for directing Captain America the Winter Soldier, Civil War, and two of the greatest MCU movies of all time in Avengers Infinity War and Endgame. Those are fantastic yet. VFX uses were glowingly masterful, very strong to show this different form of multiverse sci-fi adventure that is so unique and unlike any other to watch. In conclusion, the title of the film headlines so much and signifies good hypothesis. I took it by in this meaning. Everything as where there are a lot of realm of possibilities exist. Every big potentials, skills, and statuses you could have that drive you far beyond that could have imagined where you could easily likely get lost. But in all, unlimited and unimaginable possibility everywhere as in what if you had that skills and possibilities, then the life you had in an ordinary turned out to be different in something else. Also, those ordinary things you probably wouldn't have and live in an opposite or contradictory path. At last, all at once, those what ifs and every other possibilities live together at the same time. Even if you follow this path or that or there, whether it's the same or not, those universes exist in side by side conjunction, it layered in such bigger and greater moment as a whole in every feasible ways. So the meaning of the title can be dissected in many ways as long as it's reasonable and relatable to the film's presentation. In totality, this film has all the caliber of elements you needed and lives up to its title. Slow going to start, however, develops into a thing that is beyond our imagination, paralleling connection with other multi-infinite realities that reside above everything through with terrific visuals and action sequences throughout with good critically warm-hearted story narrative around. I grade this movie 4.5 star. I thought this was out of the blue extraordinary. It presented something way further than ordinary cultural phenomena. I like Michelle Yeoh. She was beautifully outstanding with her performance. I found so well with the overall scheme of the film. It's wicked, eye-goggling, good progression, nice occasional humors, challenging family unifying story, and such a huge quality master working film. So that's my review on Everything Everywhere All at Once. What do you think about the review? Leave a comment down below. This is Char's Media Pod. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe, follow the channel. Take care, and until next time.